All right, guys, let's get started. So I'm going to go to my document here, and I am going to start out. Oh, hi, Raymond. How are you?
Hi.
Good to see you. Good to see you. So, guys, I want to talk to you about a special mathematician. Now, this mathematician had a name, and he's not living anymore, but he had a name, and his name was Mr. Mr. Pick. Now, now, what do you think he was famous for? Was it something having to do with his nose, do you think? No, Mr. Kramer, that's silly. He wasn't famous for picking his nose. That was not what Mr. Pick did. But Mr. Pick came up with the coolest way of finding area. So for instance, Mr. Pick was playing with rectangles. And let me draw a rectangle for you. And I want you to tell me if you know the total area of this rectangle. Now, the first thing I would do if I were drawing that rectangle is I would draw a 3 on the bottom because there's 1, 2, 3 units in the horizontal dimension, and there's how many units in the vertical dimension?
2.
And if you do, your area, as you know, is your base times your height. How many of you, don't say it out loud, how many of you can do 3 times 2? On 3, 1, 2, 3.
6. 8.
That is right. It is 6. Raymond, look up please at the screen. Raymond, I'm holding up 2 3s. I'm holding up 2 3s, which is 6.
Yes.
So 6 square units. And guys, of course there's 6 square units. Look at I can now count them. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is what Mr. Pick was thinking about. Mathematician Pick said, hey, what if I count the dots in the middle? He called those interior dots. So I'm going to write down the word interior dots, the dots that are inside our rectangle. How many dots do you see?
2. 2.
Let's write down the number 2. Now, he then said, if we add that to 1/2 of the border dots. Now, who can tell me how many dots are on the perimeter of this rectangle?
10.
And
9.
say it, guys.
9.
Well, if you have 4 on the bottom and 4 on top and 2 more, how many do we have?
10.
We have 10. And wait a minute, we've got to cut 10 in
half.
In half. Now, raise your hand. Nobody call it out loud. If you've got 10 and you take half of it, how much do you have? Who's going to raise their hand to answer what is half of 10? Who's going to answer that question? What is half of 10? And I'm going to go with Sabrina first. I can't hear you, honey.
Half of 10 is 5.
Oh boy, you are correct. But wait a minute. When we add 2 plus 5, do we get our 6?
No.
So
No.
what would we have to subtract to get 6?
1.
Interesting. And guess what Mr. Pick thought about this? He thought this was very interesting too. So Mr. Pick drew another rectangle. But this time, the rectangle he drew was actually a square. Now, who can give me the dimensions of this square? I'm going to ask Tess for the dimensions of that square. Hi, Aaron.
Hi.
So, Aaron, we're learning about Mr. Pick, who was a very famous mathematician, and he gave us a new way of looking at area. Now, Tess, did we lose you? I don't see Tess there anymore. Brennan or Raymond or Roman, what are the dimensions of this rectangle?
4 by 4. I don't know. 4 by 4. I mean 3 by 3.
Well, Roman, what do you think it is? Roman, do you think it's a 3 by 3 or a 4 by 4? So if I go 1, 2, well, what about you, Aaron? What do you think it is?
4 by 4.
You look at this rectangle. So Tess, what are the dimensions of this rectangle? We're having a little disagreement about whether it's a 4 by 4 or a 3 by 3. Oh, we lost her again. What about you, Raymond? And Raymond, try to stay with us here. Don't keep walking away. So what do you think the dimensions are?
The dimensions are 3 by 4.
No, they're not 3 by 4. Brennan, what do you?
3 by 3. 3 by 3.
Right. This is a 3 by 3 rectangle or a square. Now, who knows how to multiply 3 times 3? Don't say it out loud. If you need to count by 3s, you can go 3 and then add 3 and then add 3 more. Say it, guys, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
9. 9.
9 square units. Now, who can tell me how many interior dots this has?
4. 4.
I agree. How many border dots? And don't answer fast. I want you to think slowly and then tell me how many perimeter dots there are.
12.
No, I do not want you to call it out because I want everybody thinking. And recount it if you're the one that called it out. How many border dots on 3? 1, 2, 3, go.
16. 12.
Well, I see. Does anybody else have an idea? Aaron or Tess or Sabrina? Tess, I don't see you, nor do I hear you. And Roman, what do you think?
5.
Roman, did you count the number of perimeter dots? Sabrina, did you count the number of dots? Wait, say it again, Roman.
Yeah. 12.
Yes, Roman is right. It is 12 because it's 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 2 more is 12. Roman, big high five for you. And now, who can cut 12 in half? Because remember, Mr. Pick said to cut the border points in half. Who knows half of 12? And by the way, if you don't know half of 12, just partition 12 to 10 plus 2, and then take half of each of those. Who knows what half of 10 is? Say it, go.
5.
What's half of 2?
1.
What's that spell?
6.
And Brennan, is that what you had?
Yes.
Awesome. Now, guys, if we add 4 plus 6, what do we get?
10.
Wait a minute. But I thought there's an area of 9. So what do we have to do again?
Subtract 1.
We have to subtract 1. So guess what? Mr. Pick, his theorem is if we take half of the perimeter dots plus the interior dots minus 1, we will always get the area of our polygons. Now, are you ready to take a walk with me into a different continent? Who wants to travel to Africa? I'm going to ask you guys to go to page 2 in your packet. Go to page 2 in your packet. And Tess, are you able to join us yet? Because I don't hear you or see you.
She's maybe in a breakout room.
I'm not sure. But thank you, Roman. That was very helpful. So I sketched a picture of Africa. Now, it's not a great picture. Oh, hi, Tess. Tess, is everything good with your computer? Okay, great. So Tess, go to page 2 in your packet. Everybody go to page 2. Now, your job is to count up the interior dots and then count up the perimeter dots. Interior dots, perimeter dots, and then we're going to divide that by 2, don't forget, and then we're going to subtract 1. So everybody do the interior dots first. And I want to make some special rectangles to help you out.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
And don't count out loud because it's hard for other people to think. And I made some rectangles to help you. And do not call it out, please. Do not call out the answer. Raise your hand if you've got it.
I mean, I can tell for me.
And I just want, before we have you answer the question, oh, Aaron, what was your thinking?
What?
Aaron, you raised your hand, buddy.
So, I'm going to count the dots of how many dots were there?
How many dots are in the interior?
Oh, I got 26.
That is very, very close. Brennan, what do you have?
I also got 26.
Maybe that's the right number. Tess, what about you? Tess, what about you? Oh, we lost her again. Every time I ask her a question, I got to figure this out. Sabrina, what about you?
I got 26.
And Roman, what about you? And Raymond? Yeah.
26.
Well, guess what I did, guys? I looked at this as a 3x4 array, and I know that that's 12. I know this was a 2x8, and that was 8. 12 plus 8 is 20. And then all I had to do was add on 6 more. And I agree with you 100%. 26. Now, the next thing I want you to do is count the perimeter dots, but I have a special rule. Are you ready? Start with one of the dots and circle it. And that way you know where you started and you won't double count. All right, and Roman, stop playing with the virtual screens and get going on your counting. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And don't yell it out loud after you get it. Write it down, Roman, so you don't forget it. All right. Everybody say it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
18.
Wow. Now remember, we've got to divide that by 2. Now, don't say it out loud, but everybody write down 18 divided by 2. And remember, you could always partition 18 into 10 and 8, cut 10 in half, cut 8 in half, and smush them together. On 3, 1, 2, 3, go.
9.
And 9 is half of 18. So if we add 26 plus 9, now what is 9 minus 1? Who knows? 9 minus 1 is 8. So if you added 26 and 8, raise your hand if you can give me the area of this map of Africa. And I'm going to let Tess answer this one. But you have to unmute yourself in order to do that. Every time. So interesting. All right. What did you get, Aaron?
34.
34. Did anybody get the same thing? How about you, Sabrina?
Yeah.
Yes. How about you, Raymond? Yes. How about you, Brennan? The answer is 34 square units. And that's pretty amazing. Now, let's go to page 3 now. Now, this was my best attempt at the flying Elvis. The flying Elvis. Hi, Tess. Sorry we lost you. Try not to touch the buttons. Try not to touch the buttons, just to start video and to unmute yourself. That's the only buttons you should try. So hit the unmute if you can. Unmute, but don't sign off. Now, this is called the flying Elvis. Now, it's the Patriots symbol. So go ahead and tell me what the area is. How many square units? you've got to figure out the interior dots, half of the perimeter dots, and then you have to subtract 1. And Tess, if there's any way that you can unmute yourself, we would all be so much appreciative. There you go. Now don't touch any more buttons. No more buttons. And that way you won't lose us. So Tess, you're figuring out the number of interior dots, and then you're doing the number of perimeter dots, but you're cutting the perimeter dots in half. And if anybody has a question, you should ask it now. Raymond, are you working on it, buddy? You can't do it without your pencil. Come on, man. Pick up your pencil, Raymond, and get working, get counting. This is not a thought experiment. Raymond, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, he's frozen. So I'm going to write down interior dots, perimeter dots, and remember, we've got to divide that by 2, and then we've got to subtract 1, and that's going to give us our answer. So Brennan, you raised your hand. Do you want to first give me the interior dots? Go for it.
I have the answer, but the interior is 14.
So you say the interior is 14. Did anybody get the same answer? Anybody else? Tess, did you get the same answer? Raymond, Sabrina, Aaron?
The same answer.
All right. Now, what did you get for the perimeter dots?
I got 26 divided by 2 is 13.
Now, everybody, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Did anybody else get 26? If you did, awesome job. Now, wait a minute. Brennan said that half of 26 is 13. Now, for me to check his answer, I'm going to partition 26 to 20 plus 6. I'm going to take half of each number. Half of 20 is, say it out loud.
10.
And half of 6 is?
3. 3.
What's that spell?
13.
But remember, we have to add 13 to 14 and then take away 1. Who now can give me the final area of the flying Elvis? Who can do it? 14 plus 13 minus 1. Who wants to do it? Go, Tess.
26.
Wow. I agree. 26 square units. Remember, you've got to say square units because there are literally 26 of these boxes inside of the flying Elvis, even though some of them are pieces of a box, pieces of a square. Now, I hope you like the next one. The next one is the beheaded man. So I kind of made a man and then I chopped off his head. Who can find the area of the headless man?
The headless man.
Yep, the headless man. Page 4. That's the one, Roman. Now, Roman, start counting interior dots. And by the way, if it were me, I would put a rectangle around the 2x4. So what did you get, Tess?
For the inside, I got 16.
So interior dots. Tess got 16. All right, do the perimeter, everybody. Remember to mark off one of them. Roman, I hope you're counting. Now, I know Tess has the answer. Now, Tess, try to figure out the total area using Pick's theorem. Half the perimeter dots plus the interior dots, take away 1. And Roman, can you put that away and start doing the exercise that we're all doing? That would be awesome.
I can't find my pen.
Thank you. And I want you to count the perimeter dots now.
Okay. But how?
All right, Brennan, we're gonna go with actually Raymond. What did you get for the perimeter?
I just had a question.
Wait, hold on.
33.
Raymond, hold on. Brennan?
So I got an odd number, 33. So should I just do like half of 33, which is a half? Or...
Yes, if you did, but I don't know how you could have gotten an odd number, and I'll explain why in a minute. Raymond, what did you get?
I got 34.
Ah, so you got 34. And Tess, what did you get?
For the perimeter, I got 32, and half of 32 is 16.
Ah, and what did you get, Sabrina?
I got 34.
You know, guys, we have 3 different numbers. We got somebody got 33, somebody got 32, and then more people got 34. Now I'm wondering, Roman, what you got, because maybe you could solve this puzzle.
I got this. I don't know.
And I'm going to show you how Mr. Kramer counted. Are you ready? I counted 1.
I got 34.
34. Well, I agree with 34, and let me tell you why. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Now, why do you think I stopped there? Why do you think I stopped at half of those numbers? Brennan?
Because you have to divide them anyway.
Right, because 17 doubled is 34. And when I cut it in half, I have to get 17. And 16 plus 17, don't forget to take away 1. Now, on this one, I would do 16 plus 16. And if you look at 16 plus 16, and you add 6 plus 6, what do we get?
12.
Carry the 1, and 1 plus 1 plus 1 is?
3.
So guess what, guys? The headless man is 32 square units. Do you think he would have been more if he had his head with him?
Yes.
Yes. Maybe he would have been 36 square units. Now, the next one we're going to do is, I call it the crown. And the crown is on page 6.
Oh, I collected them too.
Now, I don't know who we should crown.
It's
But I-
on page 5.
I
Yeah,
have
it's on
page,
page 5.
hold on one second, guys. Start counting your interior dots and your exterior dots. Did anybody come up with the entire area of the helmet or the crown? Tess used to have it.
I didn't come up with the entire area, but the interior dots are 8.
Only 8?
Yeah.
Wow. I thought there would be a lot more, but guess what? You just look at 2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? The crown. The crown. Go the crown. So I agree with you. 8. Now, what about the perimeter dots? And this one, you might use the same method we used last time, but beware of the centers. Uh-oh, Aaron, you okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So who thinks they know the number of perimeter dots that we've got? And Aaron, I want you to answer this one. Do you have it yet, buddy?
Not yet.
Okay, keep working. Roman, do you have it yet?
Not yet.
Okay, keep working. And I want anybody who has it, Tess, I think you have it, to make sure you found the total area of this figure. Pick's theorem is really amazing. Okay. Now, Brennan, give me the perimeter dots, and then Tess, you can tell me what is half of those perimeters.
32.
So you got 32 perimeters, and Tess, what did you get for the half?
16.
I love it. And then don't forget to subtract 1. So if I add 16 plus 8 and take away 1, what do I have for the area of the crown? Go ahead on 3. 1, 2, 3.
23. 100.
23 square units. It really is amazing, guys. Do you know why? Because there are only a few squares that are full. There's 4 there. and there's another 4 there. There's only 8 squares in full. So the rest of the 15 squares are made up of these crazy, crazy shapes. Now, the next one is one of my favorite. And I wonder if you can tell me what you think it looks like. He's kind of funny. He's on page 8.
Ugh.
What do you think he looks like?
A lion?
A
He
lion?
looks like someone got zapped. Falling down tree with crazy branches.
What? Okay, maybe. What do you think it is, Roman?
A two-headed pelican?
Two-headed pelican.
I think it's I think it looks like someone got zapped.
Zapped with what?
Electric.
Electric. That's kind of funny. And I see this as a tail. I see this as the head, and maybe the eyes are over here. And I see these as the legs or the wings. So I'm thinking it's kind of like a special bird, a duck. I don't know.
I think it's like a human walking like this with 2 hands like that.
Yeah, very interesting. Okay, now, believe it or not, the interiors here are easy. Raise your hand if you know how many interior dots. Don't call it out loud. And Aaron, I'm going to ask you to do this one, buddy. And Roman, I'm going to ask you to put that toy away and start counting, please.
It's so hard.
Oh, I know it's really hard, but math is so much fun and so rewarding. Aaron, do you have it?
Not yet.
All right, keep working. Raymond, are you with us still?
I don't know what to do.
You're doing the interior. By the way, thank you, Roman, for telling me that. You're counting the number of interior dots. The same thing we've done with each and every figure.
Wait, inside of the color?
Yeah, the number of interior dots. It's the same way we've been doing it each and every time. All right, Aaron, you got to give me your number.
21.
You think it's 20?
Yes.
Anybody else? Sabrina?
I think it's 18.
18. Anybody else? Go ahead, Tess.
I think it's 16.
And Brennan.
I think it's 15.
Everybody recount. Everybody recount it. And the way I look at this is I see that 3, 6, 9, 12. Come on, guys, I just counted by threes.
I
3.
know what it is.
What is it, Roman?
It's 28.
In the
15.
interior?
15.
Guys, 3.
17.
No. 3,
15.
6, 9,
Oh, this is what I did.
12,
This is what I did.
and oh, very nice. So guys,
15.
oh, wait a minute. We forgot these two. So 15 plus 2, everybody, is what?
17.
17.
And so the answer, and I think Sabrina came up with that one, right, Sabrina?
No, she got 18.
Oh, she got 18? Now, let's do the perimeter. Perimeter dots. And then we're going to divide that by 2. All right, everybody get working. Everybody get working. Remember, first put a circle around one of them.
To the outside. So it's, whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2.
Wow. That is the most we've had all day. You working on this, Tess? Okay, good. So you sit, if you sit up, you'll do even better. So Romy, what do you think?
I think it's 27.
And 27 is half of the perimeter dots, or there are only 27 perimeter dots?
Actually, it's 28.
Okay. Is that half the perimeter dots, or is that all
No,
the perimeter
It's
dots?
28.
Say again?
It's 29.
Okay. And what do you think, Aaron?
28 for me.
Is 28 the total perimeter dots or half the perimeter dots? Can't hear you.
About 13 for me. What?
What about you, Tess?
51.
All right. Anybody else? Brennan?
Somewhere around 50. I didn't get the exact number since I lost count, but somewhere around 50.
Ah.
Wait, 52. 52.
Well, it's very interesting. Sabrina, what did you get?
52.
Well, I think that
52.
we owe it to ourselves to count this together, because I really think that if we count this together, we'll get the right number, because we had 51, 52, Roman said 29, Aaron said that it was another number. Raymond, what about you?
52.
When are we done?
52.
Okay, you guys ready?
52.
Here we go.
Done.
Let's do it, guys. 2, come on, 4,
4.
6,
6. 8. 10. 12. 14. 16. 18. 20. 22.
24.
26.
28. 30. 32. 34.
36.
38.
42. 44. 46.
48,
50.
50, and
52.
all right, we did it, guys. 52 perimeter dots. 52. Now, we have got to cut that number in half. So what we're going to do is we're going to partition 52 to 40 plus 10 plus 2. Now, who can tell me what is half of 40? Raise your hand if you can tell me half of 40. Say it on 3. 1, 2, 3, go.
20.
Please don't ever yell at mathletes. It's very important. What is half of 10?
5.
And what is half of 2?
1.
smush them together, and what do you get?
26.
26.
And everyone, that is our number. So now we have to add 26 minus 1. Who knows 26 minus 1? Say it out loud.
25.
25.
Just do 17 plus 25. Don't call it out. What is 7 plus 5? Come on, Aaron. 7 plus 5, Aaron.
Is 12.
And we carry the 1. Who knows 1, 1, and 2? Everybody say it. 42 square units. Now, what we're going to do for the last 10 minutes is I want everybody to go to page 13. Page 13 is where you guys get to explore. You can create your own figure. So I would take a pencil and a ruler and go from dot to dot and create something really magical. But you have to be really good at drawing your lines, because if you don't do that, it's going to be hard to see your interior dots and your interior dots. So I'm going to take a lot of care when I make my lines. And some of the things that you guys create, you're going to be very, very proud of it. And then you can send those to me, and I will be happy to check your work.
I'm all done.
Well, I want you to create something really big and special. Take your,
We'll make something big and special.
may I see your big and special drawing? All right, let's see it. Oh, now, Roman, can you do that with a ruler and a pencil? Because if you try that with a ruler, you will not believe. And by the way, that was beautiful.
No,
But I'd love for you to try it with a ruler now.
I don't have a ruler.
Do you have anything that has a straight edge to it?
No.
Like the side of a book,
No.
or
I use sometimes marker pens.
so Roman, why don't you go get a ruler while we're waiting? Because
But
you've already created
how-
yours.
How can I restart?
Well, there's the next page as another one, so you don't have to worry about that.
You just need a straight line, or do you need that? People don't make a straight line.
You know, I can't believe how complicated mine is, but I can't figure out what it looks like. All I know is that I really like it. All right. I have completed mine, and now I have to start counting.
I could not find a ruler, but I did find a book.
Thank you. So guys, I found 106 interior dots in mine.
I found 110.
Wow. Make sure that you begin to count your perimeter dots.
When are we done? Mr. Kramer.
Hold on. And Roman, have you completed your area? Because that was your job, to complete your area. Have you done that?
Yes, I did.
And what did you get for your area? Who wants to share their picture and what they got for their area? So I will tell you guys, Mr. Kramer got 142 square units for mine. And what did you get?
110.
You got 110 interior dots. Now you have to add half of the perimeter dots and then subtract 1.
I didn't do that.
Great. Maybe 110 was your total area. What about you, Raymond? What about you, Aaron, Brennan, Tess, Sabrina? Tess, what did you get? Tess, will you show me your diagram, please?
I didn't make one because I didn't have the packet.
Oh, so what have you been doing this whole time? So next time you do that, take a piece of paper and you could create your own figures. Sabrina, what about you?
I'm still drawing my picture.
Oh, well then you're gonna have to do your counting after class. What about you, Brennan?
Yeah, the same with Sabrina. I forgot her name. I'm still drawing my picture.
Ah, and what about you, Raymond?
I'm still calculating because my diagram is too big.
Oh,
It
interesting.
has 172 inside and 98 outside.
Wow. That's incredible. So say the numbers
It
again.
took
You have 100 and
172 in the outside and 98 in the, 172 in the outside. Inside and 98 at the outside.
well, half of 98 is going to be
It's
49.
It's 49. Yes.
It's one away from that. And so yours, my friend, is 220 square units. Can I see the picture? Oh, Raymond, that's beautiful. Aaron, can I see your picture? Tess, can I see one of yours? Sabrina, can I see yours? Come on, guys. Show me your picture. Oh, Sabrina. Wait, Sabrina, yours looks like a dinosaur, I think. And
Not quite done yet, though.
oh my God, Brennan, that looks like a big, maybe like an eagle. That's so cool. And what about yours, Aaron?
My packet didn't have that one.
What's that?
My packet didn't have that page.
Oh, it's the last page. Well, anyway, guys, if you create something, Tess, please get your parents to print it for you and create something, figure out the area and send it to me. I will be so proud to show it to my other mathletes. Okay, everybody? Everybody have a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.